However, Leon did not fully trust her. After all, in previous incidents, Roswitha often brought him to her room and brutally bullied him all night long. He looked at Roswitha with serious eyes and said to her, I don't believe you. Hands are on you. You must be trying to touch wherever you want. Roswitha saw that Leon still didn't want to believe what she was saying, so she raised 3 fingers and her tail at him. She said to him in a relaxed tone, I swear on the reputation of the Silver Dragon Queen. Seeing that Roswitha had already bet on her reputation as a guarantee for him, Leon frowned and had some doubts about her. He thought for a moment and then said to her, Okay, it's settled then. Suddenly, Roswitha got closer to Leon. Her twin peaks tightly pressed against his body and wrapped her hand around Leon's right shoulder. She leaned in close to his ear and whispered a reminder to him. But if you can't hold on, don't blame me. The breath blown by Roswitha surrounded Leon's ears, making him goosebumps all over. His face immediately took on a blush. However, Leon was not afraid of Roswitha's special reminder. He turned his head and took the initiative to approach Roswitha, meeting her gaze. He spoke to her with a confident tone. Of course I can hold on. Are you kidding? As a dragon slayer, why would I touch you for no reason? Looking at Leon's resolute expression, Roswitha had nothing more to say for the time being. The next day, Leon, Roswitha, Noah, and Muin arrived at the destination of their hot spring trip, Flowing Cloud Valley. The Flowing Cloud Valley is shrouded in thick mist, radiating an ethereal aura of immortality. A waterfall cascades down from the top of the valley. The surrounding forests and vegetation are very lush. There is a large castle at the bottom of the valley, and subspecies of dragons hover over the castle. The Flowing Cloud Valley boasts beautiful mountains and clear waters, with birds chirping and flowers blooming. Additionally, there are numerous dragons freely soaring in the sky. This is a great place for vacation. Leon, Roswitha, Noah, and Muin went to the hotel lobby on the first floor to confirm their accommodation information. The staff of front desk in the lobby entertained them. She took the exchange voucher from St. Hiss Academy with both hands and carefully checked the information on it. Then, she lifted her head and asked them with a smile on her face, Are you a model champion family of St. Hiss Academy? Roswitha nodded and replied, Yes. Roswitha and Leon both changed into clothes that were different from usual, making them look more suitable for going on vacation. Leon casually observed the surroundings of the hotel. At this moment, he felt a little unhappy when he heard what the staff said. He turned his head to look elsewhere and silently said in his heart, Why does this title have to come with the prefix model? That's absolutely the vice principal's personal favoritism at play. After confirming their identities and accommodation information on the list, the staff told them of some safety precautions and information related to accommodation costs. St. Hiss Academy will cover all your expenses at the resort. You can enjoy various projects to your heart's content. When the staff explained to Leon and Roswitha, Noah and Muin came to a viewing fish tank. There are many fish of different colors swimming around in the water tank. There are also several rockeries in the fish tank that allow small fish to play freely. Looking at these cute fish, Muin pointed at them and happily said to Noah, "Wow, Noah, look, these fish look delicious." Noah calmly said to Muin, "These fish cannot be eaten." The staff handed the room cards for the reserved room to Roswitha. "This is your room cards." Roswitha took the room card and thanked the staff. "Okay, thank you." At this moment, Leon noticed that the staff only gave them 2 room cards. He asked her with an unhappy tone, "Do we only have 2 rooms?" The staff noticed that Leon seemed to have objections to the arrangement of the room. She asked him, "What's wrong, sir? Are you dissatisfied with our room arrangement?" Leon will definitely choose to be dissatisfied. After all, when living in the Silver Dragon Castle, Leon and Roswitha slept in separate rooms. Now facing this situation, he silently said in his heart, "If 2 daughters live in the same room, can I only share the same room with Roswitha?" However, the front desk staff is not clear about what Leon is worried about. She looked at him with a smile on her face and offered him another accommodation option. "If you are not satisfied with this hot spring suite, we can also offer you a special honeymoon suite for couples." Upon hearing that there was no difference between this plan and the current accommodation plan, Leon quickly waved his hand and refused the staff's arrangement. "That's not necessary." Since he couldn't add a room, Leon had to leave the front desk with a sense of disappointment. Roswitha waved her hand to Noah and Muin, indicating that they were leaving the first floor of the hotel. "Let's go, Noah." Muin. Upon hearing Roswitha's words, Noah and Muin quickly ran towards her direction. Muin ran and said at the same time, "Okay." The front desk staff bowed slightly to them and said goodbye to them. "Hope everyone enjoys a pleasant holiday." After taking the elevator to the corresponding floor, a waiter pushed a cart carrying all their luggage behind them. Muin took Noah's hand and ran happily at the forefront. Roswitha looked at the daughters running ahead with a smile on her face. However, Leon was not in such a good mood. He stared at the back of Roswitha's head, silently thinking in his heart how to deal with this situation. "I have to share the same room with Roswitha again. I need to find a way to avoid living together." Leon quickly walked up to Noah and Muin and asked them with a smile, "Noah, Muin, do you want to stay in the same room as Dad?" Muin tightly held onto Noah's arm and immediately answered Leon, "No, I want to sleep in the same room with Noah." Muin remembered the words Isa had said to them before. Auntie Isa said that both adults and children should have their own private space. "You can't disturb us." She raised a finger and shook it, as if imitating the way Isa spoke. Upon hearing Muin's response, Leon was greatly shocked. He stood there blankly, like a petrified statue. Leon said very sadly in his heart, "Muin, you have cut off Dad's last way of life." Noah's answer was the same as Muin's. She closed her eyes and said to him, "I am already able to take care of Muin. You can enjoy your special time together." Leon closed his eyes and silently shed tears. he said very sadly in his heart. Noah, thank you for considering us so much. But Dad suggests you don't think about it anymore. Seeing Leon's embarrassed side, Roswitha standing behind covered her mouth and couldn't help but secretly laugh. Roswitha walked up to Noah and Muin and handed them the room card in her hand. Here's this room card for you. Just call us if you need anything. Noah reached out to take the room card and replied, I know, Mom. Muin couldn't hide her extremely excited mood now. She pulled Noah forward and said with a happy tone, Hurry up, Noah. Let's open the door. Since both Noah and Muin refused to live with him, Leon couldn't think of any other way to avoid living with Roswitha now. He lifted his hand with a wounded heart, pretending to wipe away his tears. The children have grown up and no longer rely on me. Roswitha saw Leon still standing there without following her, so she turned around to face him. She shook the room card in her hand and said to him with a smile, Why are you still standing there? Let's go. Leon furrowed his brow slightly and looked at Roswitha with a displeased expression. He felt a little nervous at the thought of living with her for the next 7 days. The real test has arrived.
Hi! Pineapple has a good news to tell you. My app Lullaby can now be downloaded on the App Store and Google Play. You can search for Lullaby Light Novel in the search bar to find the app. After downloading the app, you can read our exclusive novels and comics more easily on your mobile phone. If you are interested, you can download Lullaby from the App Store and Google Play.